Okay, Victor here again. This is another segment for Daniel. Alright, Daniel, while the engine is warming up right now, because I want this boot to be soft and pliable before I remove the throttle body here, and it's still not hot enough. I just took care of this issue right here under the cover where the coils are, and the valve was rebuilt. I put it back in place. I'm waiting for the temperature to go up high so it starts cycling. So right now it's running just to get it to the temperature so I can work on the throttle body. Now when I drove the car yesterday, I did notice that there was some knocking noise coming from suspension. So real quick I'll show you what's going on over here. These bushings here, they're worn out. You can actually see it moving. I can move it with my hand very easily, actually. So as you can see, I mean, I can just totally move it. I don't know if camera picks it up or not, but that is obviously shouldn't be like this. Springs are good, struts I see you replaced, but the problem with that boot that you were describing, you actually put it upside down. That cone-shaped part, it's supposed to actually go up, believe it or not. It's paradoxical, but that goes up. Since the boot is cut, there is nothing you can do right now. You need to get a new boot because it's not really going to hold again anymore because it's cut all alongside. You have to really stretch it hard, and you put it at one tip, first ring, kind of. Right at the first ring, and that's how it's supposed to be, the other way. Okay, so control arm bushings here, these are worn, so sooner or later you would have to get them done because that's not going to last very long. I mean, well, it'll be alright, but if you want to press them in and out, that's one way of doing it. Second way of doing it is replacing the whole control arm, because ball joints, even though they're okay, but they're part of the control arm, you cannot replace them separately. Separately they don't come off. Now it seems like dual level sensor wires seem to be okay. Let me try to grab it and see if this one comes off. It's supposed to be part of the main harness, and yes, that looks good. That looks actually pretty good, so that is fine. These bushings right here, these are the inner sway bar bushings. They seem okay. I don't see play in them because they do play by themselves. You see, I can move this and this whole arm moving, but because they're on extensions here, they don't get that much of a hit because the whole arm is dampening the hit as well. So they usually hold on longer than the outer bushings, the ones that I just showed you. Now while we're under the car here, like on this side, everything seems fine, nice and dry. Back behind here, I see that you replaced those tie rods and all that good stuff. Steering damper is also replaced. Now these bushings right here, they're not too terrible. Transmission, so I got this oil leak over here. I don't know. It's most likely, I'll show you where it's coming. That's where I'm assuming it's coming from. Most likely it's there. I don't think it's from the bell housing. So that shouldn't. I don't think that's the concern. To check the transmission harness, it goes into the floor over here, as you can see it. It looks like the car was treated with anti-corrosive paint, which is really nice because all of the car is painted with this black paint. It seems like they try to, or maybe they just try to do some portions of it, but whatever, that's pretty good. The harness again goes right through the floor right here, so floors have to come up to check on the harness condition, transmission harness condition. So we have some oil leak here, and the rest looks good. I don't have any issues. Shifter bushings, yep, they look good. There is no play in steering, not in steering. There is no play in your shifter, so that's a good thing. Okay, sorry for choppy video, but I don't do this often. So let's look on this side. Now on this side we have the same situation here with sway bar bushing, outer bushing, as you can see, is just moving. So obviously it shouldn't be like that. Same situation with the strut boot, that's supposed to be upside down. So this way you can stretch that boot onto the lip on the strut mount. Now this is our bushing here. As you can see, it's kind of worn out. It's actually shifted downwards a little bit, so you probably would want to think about either replacing the whole arm and the wheel alignment, or press bushings in and out, something like that. This is where I think the oil is gathering, in the back of the shield, on this plastic shield. It's an famous oil leak from that upper chain cover. So this is where all of this oil coming from, and it gathers in the back of the shield when you drive, and then it gets on the bell housing. That's my prediction, because this is quite a lot of oil here. It's not terrible, but it's quite some oil, and pretty oily back here. So that is something to do one day or the other. So this is what I basically see under the car. In the back there's really nothing to see. Exhaust is hanging fine. I moved it around. I mean, it's just fine. Rear suspension, no issues. Don't hear anything out of it. So that is basically what I see under the car up front. So now, yeah, we're getting there. The temperature is rising. So before it gets too hot, see it now, it's a little more pliable and softer, so I can actually start removing the throttle. These bolts are already undone. Okay, so this is the situation with the front suspension down under. It's not too bad. It's just you did a lot of things already, I see, but a couple of more things to be done. All right, so this is another segment, and I'll make more videos as I keep going forward with repairs and stuff I see that need attention with this vehicle, and the wiring harness I rerouted right way also. Okay, so this is all. This is Victor at restoringmercedes.com.